What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. I'm just getting out of here. I'm about to be rolling off the Nellis here in a minute, and I'm a little behind. You guys have been asking me about this. You guys have sent me this story, and I do want to comment on it. And I have a little bit of a different angle than maybe even what the news has on it. But we all remember the issue with Carvana and them not getting titles, right? So they're a big corporation. What does a big corporation do? Well, they contact local and state governments and offer them tons of money to do what they want. Yeah, let's get into it. That's right, guys. Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And today we're going to talk a little bit about Carvana. And we're going to talk about this scumbag state senator that I want a primary. Yeah, not me personally. No. Don't get that started. Not me personally, but putting up money to primary this son of a bitch that is willing to try to intentionally screw his constituents. And what I'm talking about specifically is State Senator Tom Wright of Volusia County. Sir, you are a scumbag. Now, Tom Wright probably got a phone call from one of the founders of Carvana, who's also a convicted scam artist, and said, you know what, Tom, how much money would it take, Senator Wright, for us to get you to change this bill so that we don't have to have these titles done in 30 days? Because there's no way in hell we're going to have all of this stuff done in time. And I know, because you guys control the House and the governorship, that if you say it, nobody of your colleagues are going to step up and say no, so we can get this passed and then kind of can just screw a bunch of consumers. Yeah, because that sounds legal. So Senate Bill 1346 would amend existing legislation so that a dealer no longer must. So here's the thing: when it comes to like legal stuff, and there's a couple other channels like Leto's Law. You could go watch his channel here on YouTube. He's an actual attorney. But the wording of a bill or a statute is so important because they're changing the word from must, meaning if it's not done in 30 days, like your ass could lose your license or get fined or, get in trouble, right? To should. And you can look up go get a Black's Law dictionary and look at the difference between the two. But the proposed bill literally strikes out words that give state regulators power. So that means like now the offices that are filing consumer complaints and whatever and pushing stuff to not only the Secretary of State, but the state attorney to come after them for sanctions wouldn't have a leg to stand on. Not just that, I want to know what the Florida Department of Highway and Motor Vehicle Safety and Motor Vehicles feels, because the reason why this is important is because now you're going to have unregistered cars on the road. You're going to have insurance companies that are going to refuse to pay claims. Yep, it's going to happen. Watch what I tell you. And it's all because of this Mickey Mouse ass bill. This bill does not do anything to protect dealers. Wholesalers like myself and other car dealers, which you can find in our comment section, are like, this is bullshit. If I did a quarter of the stuff that Carvana was doing, my wholesale license would be revoked. Any car dealer would tell you the same thing. If you're buying cars and not giving titles to consumers, they're going to take or suspend your friggin' license. That's just how it goes. Now, of course, this woman down here in Florida, man, is an absolute savage. I love this chick, man. She is an investigative reporter down there in the Tampa, Florida area. And her name is Shannon Bacon, right? Or Benkin. Better call Benkin. Matter of fact, I'm going to drop a clip of her video in here talking about this here towards the end, because you got to see it. Look, man. She reached out to Senator Wright for comment. And guess what? Of course, he didn't answer. So here's my thing. I bet you he answers this. Is there anybody else in Volusia County that's a Republican that wants to primary this guy? Hey, maybe there's a Democrat that wants to run head to head and would like a nice war chest to fight him monetarily. You know, I'd much rather give my money to a campaign than where I can get something as a write-off instead of paying taxes. So maybe I think, Tom Wright probably thinks, well, Carvana is going to write me a fat check. But here's the thing. You can keep those campaign contributions because your ass is going to get run the fuck out of office. Because you doing this Mickey Mouse ass shit that affects, like, I have family in Volusia County, all right? When you screw constituents that way and you intentionally do it, you did this literally 2 days after the state of Florida said you have X amount of time to do this. Then you came out with this, let's change the bill. Let me guess. I'm guessing now, this is just a guess, but I'm guessing that somebody from Carvana took you out to Grandview Live, huh? Or did y'all go to Diamond Dolls? I don't know which one, but you was in the champagne room somewhere. Somebody put some coke on a stripper's ass. You sniffed a few rails and then agreed to do this bullshit bill. Now, if it didn't happen that way, and if you feel offended because I said that, Senator Wright, answer the goddamn calls that the media are asking you to answer and answer their friggin' questions. You not answering their questions makes you look like a fucking scumbag. So, for me, I'm petty, a.k.a. Petty Roosevelt. And Petty Roosevelt is like, why don't we primary this son of a bitch? I'm down with it. I don't know how much longer he has in office. If somebody wants to find out how much when that is, let me know. I hold grudges. I like to hold things for a while. So I don't care if he's in office for another 1.5 or 2 years before he comes up for election. We can primary him in 2 years, and I'll primary him over this issue. And I'll find somebody, probably a service member or somebody else that came home with a much better record, and get his ass out of office. Now, Mr. Wright, or Senator Wright, if you want to make this right, pun intended, and you want to say, you know what, this legislation is probably not best for consumers, we're going to table this, or we're going to pull this off the table, I highly recommend that you do that. It makes the best sense for your political career that you do that. I don't care what size of check that Carvana wrote for you, but there's a few other big social media people that I know from Volusia County that I've already reached out to. Some of them have millions of followers on Instagram, and they are appalled at this behavior. I will burn the house down. Don't get it twisted. Your political career will come down like this, so a stack of cards. Bye. Deuces. So any aspirations of you ever thinking getting to the U.S. Congress or any other relevant position in state government, you can kiss that shit goodbye. Because the way that this stands right now, this is BS. In fact, I have a feeling that Senator Wright's probably going to do a full 180 and saying, after further evaluation of this, I think this is wrong for consumers and we need to hold Carvana accountable. I have a feeling that's coming very, very soon from Senator Wright's office. That said, I'm going to put this video clip in here from Better Call Banking. That's the reporter that's down in the Tampa area that constantly exposes these scumbags like Carvana and this scumbag, Tom Wright, this senator. So, yeah, Senator Wright, I hope you do the right thing, and I hope you pull this legislation. I hope you table it and then get rid of it. Because you trying to be slick and slide some shit through, nah, son, it don't work that way. And guess what? While I may no longer be a Florida resident, and while I may not have a business or a company or anything still tied to Volusia County, I have lots of family that do, and I have lots of people with lots of money in that county, and you can best believe it could be very uncomfortable for you politically. Tighten up.
Volusia County quietly filed Bill 1346 on December 21st to little fanfare, and I've been trying for days to talk to him about why, but his office tells me he's too busy. Meanwhile, government officials and consumer advocates tell me they're shocked by the bill and they want it stopped. Most states require car dealers to transfer title to buyers typically within 30 days or face getting kicked out of the state. But State Senator Tom Wright of Volusia County wants to change that in Florida. He's proposing Senate Bill 1346. It would amend existing legislation so that a dealer no longer must obtain a title in the name of the purchaser. Instead, the bill would replace must with should. Senator Wright has not returned my calls to explain his motivation, but Pasco County tax collector Mike Fasano, whose office processes titles, was stunned when I notified him of this bill. And what kind of consequences could this bill have?
Well, it'll have a major consequence. First, if you do not require the dealer to turn a title to the new owner into their name within a certain period of time, or maybe never, that owner or that new owner never truly owns the car.
That would mean they couldn't get a permanent license plate. And that's exactly what my Better Call Banking investigation found happening to Carvana customers. And December 17th, state regulators responded, giving Carvana until the end of January to...
And of course, this scumbag filed his bill 4 days later after that. So major shout out to WFLA and Better Call Banking, man, and Shannon Banking for getting this out there and really protecting consumers down there. And guys, between being sick and the move and everything else, man, it's been crazy, and I was way behind on getting this out for you guys. But we're gonna keep our foot on Carvana's neck, man. But in this case, I need your help. I need your help on this too. I'm not telling you to don't be a scumbag, don't be ignorant, don't be threatening people. Don't do any of that. But I highly implore you, if you're in Volusia County, to contact your state senator. Contact Tom Wright's office and say, Senator Wright, what the hell is this bill? I didn't put you in office here. We didn't vote for you to do this in our county. I don't know, man. In my experience, when they get a lot of phone calls, things happen. I'll leave that up to you. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.